And we will set up a sewing centre in that church and employ widows, poorest of the poor, widows, or battered women, and that gives them employment. And the profits from the sewing centre will underride the total cost of the orphanage. So we're not looking for sponsors anymore for orphans. We're looking for sponsors now for orphanages. For $1,000, we can set up a sewing centre that will employ widows and battered women, and the profits will underride totally the cost of an orphanage, fully operational cost of an orphanage of 30 children. The sewing centre will operate 24 hours a day by 2 12-hour shifts for 6 days a week, giving good employment to those that need the employment. But the big thing is the profit to run the orphanage out of the sewing centre. We have supervisors over the sewing centres who are skillful tailors or dressmakers who will provide the market of uniforms, etc., that will be made by the sewing centres, and so they can make a market, even in their own economy, a profitable market to sponsor an orphanage. Right now, we're also organising to tax our pig farms, our sewing centres, and our chicken farms 5%, so that the 5% covers the costs and the expenses of the supervisors who also need an income. For $1,000 we can have a chicken farm. For $1,000 we can have a sewing centre. For $375 we can have a pig farm, and we invite you to partner with us. Now there's a ministerial purpose for us being in the Philippines and in India, and there's a ministerial purpose for us being in Thailand. There's a ministerial purpose for us being in Timor. But there's a ministerial purpose for us being in India and the Philippines at this time. We've established ourselves in other nations, but right now we're establishing ourselves with a ministerial purpose to be in the Philippines and in India. Now, we cannot go to the villages. The villages don't have motels or the comforts of life which are so necessary for us Westerners. Many villages don't even have electric light or fresh running water. And so we're not equipped to go to the villages. So what we do, we bring the pastors from the villages into the city. And whenever we're in India or in the Philippines, our main reason for being there is to bring the village pastors into the city and spend time with them in a training program. And so we will provide them with accommodation and meals and travel and bring them in for a week at a time and share with them. And send them back with equipment, notes, material, CDs that they can study and prepare themselves and have a message to proclaim. Now this is going to change as well. We've been carrying the cost of bringing them into the city, but that's going to change because they will now be able to pay that cost themselves. And so we will very soon switch from sponsoring pastors to attend the city programs to where we will require of them, out of their own resources, to come into the city program where we'll teach them. And then further development will take place where we will set up training programs in key centres, even outside the city, where central villages, and we can set up a permanent training centre where the people of the country, skillful in the word, are able to train those village pastors. Many of the village pastors do not have a basic education, so the training program is essential. And so our ministry program is to teach the villagers, to village leaders, to do the work of the ministry, just like we have in Ephesians chapter 4. The Ascension Ministry's purpose is to develop the saints and the village pastors for the work of the ministry. Now you've heard some good news today, how that we have a very keen interest in the poorest of the poor. Jesus said the poor will have the gospel preached to them. And we've mentioned to you today that we do have a ministry purpose in these countries and other countries as well. But specifically for India and the Philippines, there is a ministry purpose in us being in those countries. And also our focus in spreading the gospel is for the poorest of the poor. And good news for the poor is not more of the same. If we're taking the good news to the poorest of the poor, we've got to do something to change their poverty status, not just by distributing dollars, whereas they can buy some rice today and go hungry tomorrow. We have to show them, not just by giving them a fish, we need to show them how to catch a fish. So our ministry purpose is to carry the gospel, but also give the poorest of the poor an elevation experience whereby they can be elevated out of their poverty into a free enterprise lifestyle. And I invite you today to partner with us. To partner with us by Faith Ministries. And to partner with us by being a contributor. You can make a one donation of $1,000 that will provide a chicken farm or a sewing centre. You can contribute $375 towards a pig farm. Or you can make a donation of $1,000 per week and be a regular contributor of sewing centres and chicken networks. Or maybe you can't pull that together and you want to become part of a team and form a team that will raise dollars. Or you might want to write us into your will. All these things are relevant and all these things are possible. And we invite your participation. A very simple method also is the old Coke can, Coca-Cola can, just to put your loose change in. And it's amazing how quickly the loose change can turn itself into a pig farm of $375. I invite you to our website, www.familylife.org.au. Please note, Family Life Ministries is our home-based church. By Faith Ministry is our missions organisation. But if you go to our Family Life Ministries website, you'll find the link to By Faith Ministries. I want to encourage you too. You may be a pastor of a small church struggling to make ends meet. And this program today, or this DVD that you're watching now, has challenged you and you're wondering how can you do it. I want to encourage you today and let you know that most of our sponsorship dollars are coming from little pioneer churches of 30 people or less. If we have a team that can work together and raise sponsorship dollars as a team project, then you're not excluded. You can raise out of your team projects that'll generate dollars and give yourself a missions program that is exciting, that's spreading the gospel, and it's also taking care of the poorest of the poor. Details on how to make your payment, of course, are on the website, but I'd also like to notify you of our mailing address, By Faith Ministries, PO Box 6400, Blacktown 2148, Australia. If you will identify yourself with your gift, we will send you a certificate showing you your payment and what the payment is used for. And in identifying yourself will also enable us to put you on our mailing list and keep you informed as to development of your investment and of future projects. I want to thank you for taking the time to watch this DVD today, and I want to say God bless you. And I want to invite you to partner with us. This is going to be an exciting journey as we journey together, as you're partnering with us. And I just want to say thank you for your interest, and thank you for your partnering with us, and thank you for investing in the lives of those who are hurting and those who are in need. And this is an opportunity that we have together to spread the gospel. And this is exciting. You are a blessing. You're a blessing to more than you know. And I just ask that God will multiply that blessing back upon you 100-fold. God bless you.